0.3. Yes, that's the number. 0.3 expected goals for France against Spain. The team with one of the most powerful offenses in this World Cup is getting a football's lesson from Spain. Week after week, the same team would monopolize all the discussions. France was being discussed on all fronts, even before a second World Cup trophy for Kylian Mbappé had been mentioned. Others speculated about a final showdown with either Argentina or England. The discussions, the analyses, the predictions, everything revolved around this team. While everyone was preoccupied with following the performance of the French team, one team was gradually advancing into the tournament without attracting too much attention. One that wasn't in the spotlight, one that wasn't seen as a favourite at all. But game after game, it kept winning, until the point when it knocked out the nation which everyone was predicting to win. And that begs the question, how come we all overlooked Spain? And, especially, why didn't we see the evident? Because, in today's world of football, we're obsessed by individual players and their performances. Once your squad possesses Mbappé, Dembélé, Olise, or an entire generation full of talents, then you cannot consider anyone else. First, we seek for the greatest names. We search for the best statistics. We search for the most amazing goals. We want players who can create waves on social media. Without knowing, we often forget the most significant thing, that football is indeed a team sport. That is precisely what happened to Spain. Nobody said that they were bad, not really. Everybody knew that they were good, but almost everybody did not consider them better than France. Spain was always lagging behind France, lagging behind England, lagging behind Argentina. Spain was the team everybody talked about for a little while and came back to talk about other favourites. That is precisely where everything began. For while all eyes were elsewhere, this team was constructing something incredibly lethal. It did not rely on one person. It did not rely on one moment of brilliance. It advanced collectively. Each match brought the players' confidence up even more. Each win helped the team mature. However, questions remained. The naysayers pointed out that the team was still too inexperienced and too young to compete in the finals and would inevitably falter against a footballing giant. Yet the more time passed during the tournament, the less it could be claimed. However, another issue arose. Many people viewed Spain in terms of the past. They were waiting to see the Spain of Xavi, Iniesta, Busquets, and David Villa. They waited to see domination based on pure possession. This was not the Spain anymore. The team retained its identity, but it had become much more direct, much faster, much more aggressive. It knew how to endure. It knew how to run. It knew how to attack in a matter of seconds. And above all, it knew exactly when to pick up the pace. This evolution went almost unnoticed, yet it completely changed the face of this team, especially with the arrival of new faces: Lamine Yamal, Nico Williams, Pedri, Kubasi, young, talented players, fearless. And even though they weren't at their best in this World Cup, with Lamine Yamal returning from injury at the start of the tournament, and Pedri and Nico Williams not in top form, Spain seemed to hold its own and navigate its way perfectly especially. They didn't play like a team making its World Cup debut. They played as if they'd been there for 10 years, and that's probably what surprised people the most. They never seemed intimidated. The more the pressure mounted, the more at ease they appeared. While some talked about the experience of other teams, Spain showed that a generation can make history much faster than expected. Then there's one man we hear much less about, the head coach Luis de la Fuente. He never attempted to assemble the team on the basis of one player. Instead, he created a system where each player understood what his position was. If one player lost the ball, another two players instantly came into play and took possession of it. If a fullback advanced, then a midfielder took care of covering this area. It all looked quite natural. But behind such an appearance of simplicity, there was a great deal of teamwork. And this very type of football is often underrated, since it lacks brilliance. And yet Europe already seemed to be forgetting what a force to be reckoned with this team was 2 years ago, at Euro 2024. Yes, at Euro 2024, Spain dominated the European continent, winning the trophy while remaining undefeated throughout the tournament. With Yamal on fire, a fearless Nico Williams, a team that took down all the continent's powerhouses, 3-0 against Croatia, 1-0 against Italy, 2-1 against Germany in the quarterfinals, 2-1 against France in the semi-finals with an exceptional goal by Lamine Yamal,
nice curl!
And 2-1 against England in the final. This team already knew how to win, thanks above all to its collective identity. 2 years later, the roster has been trimmed, but the identity remains the same. And that is this team's strength. Despite all the setbacks, Yamal's and Nico Williams' lack of match sharpness, Pedri's slump, the team continues to perform thanks to the solidity of its roster. A squad that may not set hearts racing but always makes the difference, especially thanks to its balanced midfield featuring Olmo, Fabian Ruiz, and Rodri. Yes, Rodri, who is perhaps the most indispensable player on this Spanish team. He's constantly there, ready to direct play and protect the defense, because before you can beat a team like France, you first have to take the ball away from them. And no one does that better than Rodri. He's the leader of this Spanish national team. As the tournament went on, there was one thing that became apparent. Spain was not just lucky, they were in control of the game. Even when they did not control the ball, even when they were being pressed, they had the sense that they always knew how to control the game. But then, all the talk was still about the other teams. And then the semi-final match came up with France. Before even the game started, almost the whole world was predicting France to go to the finals because after all, they had the most star-studded team in the tournament. For those 90 minutes, Spain taught us a lesson that football has always been teaching us. Star players do not win games. That day, the difference was not only in skill, it was in the little things. Mobility, pressure, supporting runs, patience, organisation. All the Spanish players knew what their teammate would do before he got the ball. While France sought to make spectacular plays, Spain kept playing exactly like it played from the beginning of the competition. Not in panic, not by changing its identity, not losing its self-confidence. And after the whistle sounded at the end of the game, many people said it was a shock. Was it really a shock? Or was it just the natural result of all the things that this team showed for weeks? Maybe the problem was not Spain. Maybe the issue was with our point of view. We got so mesmerized with the favourites that we somehow overlooked the team that was steadily progressing through the competition. We confused humility with fragility. We confused youth with immaturity. And the Spanish made perfect use of that confusion all the way until the very end. In the end, it would seem that this World Cup once again reminded us of one of those truths about football that have been taught for decades. Dangerous teams aren't always the most talkative teams. Sometimes, the teams that will become future champions are precisely those that are never mentioned at all. They progress under the radar. They earn their confidence away from the public eye. And when the time comes to enter the spotlight, it's already too late. Because everybody had underrated Spain. And maybe that's why they became the most dangerous team in the whole World Cup.